because it doesn't fucking matter. Apple has about $2 trillion. Google, they got about $1 trillion. Our country owes about $23 trillion.
One said I wasn't. It was the two lines. So one was an ovulation test and one was a pregnancy test, and it'd been a while. So one had two screens, so it looked like you were pregnant.
Oh. You know what? I get tested. I would get another pregnancy test. I would. I'm not going to vlog it right here, but I was watching Jordan the Lion. He's putting together some Amazon products that he got at his house, and something with an Allen wrench and this Allen wrench stuff, you know. It's like, anyway, so some other vlog ideas. Of course, my friend from Oregon's thinking about getting, we're doing concept ideas. We're doing ideas, conceptual ideas on a shirt. So I'm thinking of getting a shirt for the Please Subscribe show. And then I wanted to do another vlog really quick as I'm leaving. So I'm going to throw these two vlogs. I'm doing like 2 a day if I can, sometimes 1 a day. But I want to do a kind of a vlog about the Obama phone. Now, you remember those BlackBerry Obama phones? Well, it seems like now people are getting these cheap Cricket phones, and they last for like 6 months, and then you can't charge them anymore. So I wanted to kind of talk about, if you're out there today and you're getting these cheap phones, get a reliable phone. Even if you spend like $100 more or something, you know, get something that's going to at least get you through the end of the year. Then they have to take the SIMs card out of these Cricket phones and put them into another phone. So Linda's dealing with that and charging her phone and all this stuff. Just one of those dang Cricket phones. And I'm like, don't do that. Because the reason why is, you know, you might spend $140 a year going through 2 phones for the Cricket phones. I think it's like $70 to go to Cricket and get a phone. You pay like $70 or $50. I wouldn't do that. And also, I'm kind of a person that I support, you know, everyone out there somewhere has a plan, you know, like a phone plan. And there's a lot of different ones, but I don't know. I mean, it's an ordeal even to go without your phone for 1 day. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about. And I'm on my way out right now. So also, the Area 15 thing, I think it's a good vlog spot. Carpetbagger did it. I thought, you know, this could be good. I may have to put that on hold. I do want to see my friend Sean out in Portland, and he basically catches like 20 fish a day, like this steelhead fish out in this river in Portland. So it'd be like a fishing vlog. So we'd be fishing, you'd be able to meet my old friend Sean. He also goes by Scro. I'm getting these messages coming in. So that's a possibility. And then of course, I love the Comedy Store. So when I went out to Hollywood and I tried to break into the movies, I lived in Long Beach, but I would go out to the Comedy Store and I have this long funny story about how my car got towed and I had to go in my car and I saw Andrew Dice Clay and all this stuff. Well, anyway, I'd like to go back and just kind of revisit the Comedy Store. And that would be a whole thing. And the only thing I'm worried about on all of that is not the traveling and not going there, but like, where am I going to park? That's kind of what I think about, you know, where am I going to park you know, when I go back to the Comedy Store to see it. But if I go out, if I make it out to Oregon, if I make it there, I'd like to just stop by somewhere in California. I mentioned the Actor Studio West, but I thought maybe the Comedy Store would be maybe like a central ground, and maybe, you know, I could go there and, I don't know, vlog it or something. They got a place called the Belly Room. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna do that other vlog about the Obama phone, but the Obama phone used to be this BlackBerry phone. It's ridiculous. My second wife had it. It was practically free. It was like $5 or something. It was horrible. And so now people are doing the Cricket thing. So it's like the Biden phone. You know, you call it that. But at least it has a touch screen and it does things kind of like a smartphone. Don't get it, is what I'm saying. Go out there and get an Apple. Go out there and get like the best upgrade iPhone, whatever. You know, we're on iPhone 12 now, Pro. But get something great, if you can. If not, if you have to go get a Cricket phone, it's probably going to last you, I don't know, like 6 months maybe, and then it's going to have charging problems. And that's it. You know, if the phone is having charging problems. Although if Cricket could do a wireless charging for the phone, what I mean by wireless, I mean, so you place it on like one of those, one of these things right here, then you don't have so much problems charging. And this is actually a really good thing to get, and you can get it through Samsung. I'm sure Apple makes it too, but they charge up, and you just put the phone on it right here. You just set the phone right on it, and it charges. So we'll do the ET phone home. I mean, I guess I could talk about Cricket. I don't really know a whole lot about them. But Linda has gone through a few phones, and since I've known her, I've only gone through one phone, which was the S8, the Samsung 8. So since I've known her, I was able to upgrade to the Apple iPhone 11, and it's actually a pretty good phone. Most of everything that I do now, almost all of this is done directly from the iPhone 11. Now, with the Samsung 8, I used to use DaVinci Resolve. So I get on my laptop, and I would get up, I'd bring up my editing software, which was on the PC. So it was on my laptop, and it was called DaVinci Resolve, and I used that with my Samsung 8 and my Samsung 7. So I had a Samsung 7 too. Now I do everything off the iPhone. Now Apple's got $2 trillion right now, so they kind of know what they're doing. I have to admit, I don't think I would even have really continued a lot of these edited vlogs without iMovie. So iMovie is probably the most brilliant software for editing that I've ever seen, and I've used DaVinci Resolve. I've even tried to do feature films, like feature indie films. One of them was called, that we launched out, I actually did as a 2-hour film I put on YouTube called Once in a Lifetime. And there's a Once in a Lifetime series. It's based on the Talking Heads song, Once in a Lifetime. But it was a title that I used. And then that one was launched. So that one's on YouTube. The other one I used was a short film called From Now Until Morning, which is connected to the Once in a Lifetime indie film. And I used DaVinci Resolve and S8, the Samsung 8, and the Samsung 7. All the Please Subscribe show, all the Please Subscribe show is Apple. So it's pure Apple 11. And I switched over there. I was able to do a whole lot of constructive stuff very quickly. Now, here's the thing, I got to admit, the Samsung does upload quicker. And it also has, I don't know, I'm sure Apple probably could beat it, but Samsung has something called Quick Launch, where you just kind of launch your camera immediately by tapping your thumb against the side of the camera, or the side of the phone, the smartphone. And the camera comes up and you're able to, and it's lightweight. So it's faster, the Samsung, as in capturing. But the Apple is more sustainable, and it's more, I think that you can do more creative stuff with Apple. So there is a difference between the Samsung, and the microphones are a little bit different too. I think you have to enunciate a little more with the Apple product because of the sensitivity of the Samsung mic. The Samsung mic, which is the Samsung phone, okay, especially the S8, is very sensitive. So it's scratchy and sensitive. But you do have to make sure that they can hear everything that you're saying with the Apple phone. So you have to pronounce some of the consonants. It's really brilliant though. I'm telling you, visually, I'm going with Apple, ultimately. I like iMovie. The editing aspect of iMovie is so brilliant that it just, to me, I don't think I'm going back to Samsung. Although Samsung was fun, and I started off doing that. Now, my very first phone was an HTC Merge. Remember when Gary Oldman was doing that, he did a commercial with HTC Merge? Well, I had an HTC Merge starting off. It was a slider phone. It had a little type thing on it, a little keyboard. It slid. I did some stuff in Maine with that one. It was a little Merge phone. HTC. It was a lot of fun, lightweight, a little clanky. It was like a rock or a bug or something. A little clanky, but it was fun to have in Maine. And then another one that I had was a mini, pretty good one. It still actually even works today. It was a mini Motorola. It was really, really cool. So it was a little Motorola phone that I had that was a smartphone, and my second wife used it and stuff like that. And it could access, pretty much anything. It had a camera, not a lot of memory or anything. The S7, I was like blown away when I got that, the Samsung, and then I moved into the Samsung 8, which was able to capture a lot of stuff. And then I realized that Apple was the way to go with my Apple 11 because of iMovie. So it's worth it, and it's a reliable phone. Oh, look, it's Critter the cat. Yeah, I don't see any vultures out today. Well, there's a few over there. I saw a few way over that area. I'm not being racist, but I'm getting these Asian people, these Asian ladies from like China and stuff like that. I don't even know where they're from. They all want me to use WhatsApp. Don't use WhatsApp. Not for them. I don't know who they are, but Facebook just gave me the option to block this person, so Facebook security's probably gone up. There's a lot of scams going on. It's some kind of Asian ladies getting a hold of you and trying to get you to switch over to WhatsApp. Beware. So Facebook just gave me a little message saying you can block this person or something like that. So I'm going to find out if they're like from a third party trying to get information or trying to get money out of you. You have to be wary, but it's always WhatsApp. So if they ask you, switch over to WhatsApp, or do you have WhatsApp, be wary, because WhatsApp, it almost took out my S8. I had to uninstall it and everything. My S8, Samsung 8, it got in some trouble. That's why I switched over to Apple. But Facebook just sent me a message, so I'm communicating with a possible scammer right now. I'm about to find out. So I told them right now I don't use WhatsApp. That's how I find out if they're a scammer. And if they stop talking to you after that, that means they were a scammer. Is that right, Critter the cat? So the lady I got a hold of on Facebook, I guess she's from China or something like that. She's actually legit, so I thought maybe it was a scam thing, but she's just, I don't know, from China, Facebook kind of thing. But I did have a really good friend from China, from Hong Kong, who was a ballet dancer. And the thing is Christians, I don't like to call myself a Christian, although I was raised by a Christian family. I was raised by Baptist. This lady has cut me down so many times trying to be nice or just, and like, she directed me for several years. So she was my director. She even paid me handsomely to act. And we did Christian drama. But we always kind of talked about Christians, in a way where we're like, we didn't understand some of the things that they would do. But in a way, she would tell me, she'd say, Cole, what you do in God's eyes is great, but what you do in the world is small, what you're doing out there for the public or whatever is very little. You're just in a little community play, community theater play, or, well, it was a private, it was a Christian drama play. Churches would go there. Or people that were interested in Jesus Christ would go to the performances and hear about, I don't know, John Newton, who wrote Amazing Grace, or, John Bunyan, who wrote Pilgrim's Progress, which is kind of like every story. So she was telling me, don't worry, God loves you, you're blessed, you're doing really good, he loves you, everything you do for God is great, your talent is wonderful, but the world, it's a small thing, it's not that big of a deal. But I thought it was a big deal. I was in Dallas doing a play in Garland, that's a big deal. To me, I was like, wow, this is not too far from Broadway. But I know what she was saying, she was saying, you're not on Broadway, calm down. But I don't think that way anymore, really. I think it's a big deal. If you go to your local community theater and you do a play, even if it's Our Town or Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And people notice. A lot of people do that. They keep doing that, and the next thing you know, they're up for an Oscar. It does happen because they stay at it. These community theaters, these things that they do, it's a very big deal. So, I want to say thanks, Margaret. Even though you insulted me by saying, it's not a big deal, but to God, it's a great big deal. Because anything you do for God is a big deal, because you've got God on your heart, then God really loves you, is what she was saying, God's proud of you, kind of thing. But you're not doing that well. I wasn't driving a Mercedes, or I wasn't going to the theater, by limousine, obviously. But I think ultimately, it is a big deal. You go off and you edit a show for YouTube, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. Even if it's a little show, like that guy that I was talking about the other day that did the filming locations for Jaws. It was a cool filming location. It's a big deal. And his name was Nick P was here or something like that. I'm still thinking about his name, but I subscribed to him. There's another guy out in Bronx who he vlogs board games in his apartment. That's a big deal. He throws together these like edited vlogs about board games. Linda and I watched one about Gassy Gus. It got like 42,000 views. That's a major accomplishment, right? One of my, uploads that I got from an indie film got 172,000 views. It's a big deal. These Christians come up to you and they say, bless you, bless your heart. Don't let them get you down. And also another thing, I consider myself a follower of Christ, because I like Jesus Christ. I like him as a friend, but also his ideas were good. He had some good ideas. There's nothing wrong with loving your neighbor. There's nothing wrong with forgiveness. There's nothing wrong with being enlightened in the Lord's shining essence, meaning the grace of everything. There's nothing wrong with that. Meaning there's nothing wrong with being showered in God's love. There's nothing wrong with that. Even though sometimes in God's eyes, well, all the time in God's eyes it's a big deal, but the public sometimes have a problem with it. I'm not going to let that go in my life. I'm not going to turn my back and say that he's not there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hang on because it's not a bad thing. It's not bad to be kind and to be nice. That's the reason why I hang on to it. It's because it's ideal, and all the other religions are too confusing. It's just easy to say this guy loves you, don't worry about it, believe in him, and you go right to paradise. So since I don't have health insurance, I am going to go see an ear, nose, and throat doctor, but my attempt at getting it better, and it does feel better today, is doing cold press and hot press. So I put first I cold press. So I put the cold press on the chin, then I put hot press on there for about, 5 or 10 minutes, and then go back to cold press for about at least 10 minutes. So about a 20 or 30 minute thing. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all the blood that was either congealed or whatever from the blood vessels that were in the tissue. I'm trying to get all of that removed so the sensitivity is gone. Now, if it was nerve damage, which I don't think it was, but I think that might be the cure. So it's like therapy. But my next step is to talk to another doctor. So I'll go to another doctor and I'm going to talk to them and see, if they have any home remedies or solutions or something that they can do, because I don't have insurance. Okay, so I found something good for the werewolf film, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute. The werewolf movie idea that I'm working on. I'm actually working on a script.
Here, 3631.
Yeah, it should be Bella or something like that.
I'm seeing a 2331.
All right, well, I'll show you when we get up there. So anyway, I was like, "Hi, how are you?" Anyway, I'm at McDonald's. Old Daniel Johnston side, but no, back to the werewolf movie. Okay, so I'm still working on the werewolf movie. So Linda did this really interesting thing. She started smelling the wall. I don't know whenever you're going to get that vlog, but there's a vlog where Linda's smelling the wall. She said it smelled like oatmeal. So I smelled the wall too. I actually went up and smelled this wall. It smelled like oatmeal. It's very interesting. So she starts smelling the wall. So I think there's going to be some kind of scene where Rainey Love is smelling the wall. And because Rainey Love was, she's kind of this eccentric rock star kind of chick that rock stardom didn't work out for her. So she got into the Bill-Jack business, selling dog food instead. So she works on the farm, and she's kind of one of those tomboy type of characters. She tried to be Fleetwood Mac kind of thing, or, Stevie Nicks kind of chick. But she's really not like Stevie Nicks. She's more like Patti Smith or something, It's a better comparison. Kind of a Patti Smith kind of chick that works on the farm. And she, I wouldn't cast Patti Smith for the role, but something like that, a rock and roll kind of chick, a little punk in her, a little punk rock in her. But she sells Bill-Jack. Her name's Rainey Love, and she tried to be this rock star. So she's with this guy named Grace, who was a UFC fighter, and they're kind of together on this ranch. And she's just in this one scene smelling the wall, and like a dog or something. This is all part of the werewolf film. So Grace, goes up to her, and he starts smelling the wall too. So we have like a segment there, and he's like, "You're right, it does smell like oatmeal." And he obviously says, you must be prego or something like that, maybe. Or he hints it, because women start having those weird smell things, whenever they're prego, whatever. But anyway, I wanted to put that in the film. So that's another one. The next sequence that I am working on right now, I'm in a vehicle. So the next sequence I am working on is the rideshare. Either it's Uber or Lyft, I don't really know, but they're doing rideshare. So they're in like an Uber. And Gerald Oldman III, who's in the back with John Blacksmith, they're both sharing a bottle of Scotch whiskey, and they're singing Deacon Blues. I drink Scotch whiskey all night long and hide behind the wheel. They got places for the winners in the world, and the place where you lose. Anyway, so that's the next segment. Well, we're off to our next assignment. Looks like that McDonald's just kind of gave it to me. They didn't hit me in the jaw or anything. They're pretty nice. They're really hauling here in Southlake. Okay, I think I remembered just now as I was driving. The Stephen King original screenplay was Cat's Eye. No, wait a minute. I think it was called Cat's Eye. Leave a comment My goodness, I think I got it. Okay. Also, another thing, we were saying prayer with Margaret. She's a ballet dancer and instructor, director. She's like, all y'all having all this stuff, all these millions of dollars. We didn't have millions of dollars. We could barely have the gas money to get to the rehearsal. You know? She was like, all you people, I don't think so. Oh, well, you do what you can. You just keep trying. Just avoid the aggressive cops. I nailed it. It was Cat's Eye. I had it right. Just nailed it just like that. It was Cat's Eye. It was an original screenplay that Stephen King wrote. One of the only original screenplays that he wrote, and I have no idea where I'm going right now. But I figured it out. It's a pretty cool Yamaha right there. Nice. So this little segment's about Lucille Ball. So they put this little actress chick in the Hollywood area, or an area where she could be seen, to serve ice cream and bananas. Everybody would go to the banana shop, and here's my money. I want my banana split. Lucille Ball would give them the ice cream, but no banana. That's genius. Really, what I'm really meaning to say is that she worked at an ice cream shop. And when she served the banana splits, she served them without the banana. So they fired her, and she became a movie star. And she invented I Love Lucy, which actually, the theme song has lyrics. That's what Linda told me. So for Seinfeld, it was not a banana store, but you can do the fucking math and figure out that it was an ice cream store. And I'm Jonathan Cole Spivey. I'm a very funny actor, comedian type of guy that loves Jesus. And if you got a problem with that, then you can stick the banana where it belongs. When you call someone a retard or mentally challenged or something like that, it doesn't really matter. It only makes it better, or it makes it worse. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Because Seinfeld cannot change the Constitution. He could try, but he'd hear this. Here we go, Comedy Store. All right, Mr. Seinfeld, you know what this is? 1, 2, 3 children. I have 3 children. I did it the right way, through the church, the Christian church, and they're mine. They're not your producers. They're mine. And I know it for sure. Because for one thing, Elizabeth looks exactly like me. David looks pretty much like me. Gwendolyn does too. Now, Mr. Movie Star out there that watching this, does your baby look like you? Or does the baby look like a producer that's way up in Hollywood that you don't even really know that well? See, that's what Seinfeld's mind looks like right now. His head's in the sky. He's real proud of his $1 billion that he doesn't share with anyone, with people that he knows, right? That's what it looks like inside his mind. I just got my x-rays, Seinfeld. Why don't you go get your x-rays? Check out your head. Seinfeld's a bunch of bullshit. Larry David's bullshit. Curb Your Enthusiasm, whatever you want to say. I don't care if I stuttered that one little time, you stupid mother effing. Seinfeld's bullcrap, dude. They just moved that money around. Same thing they did with Apostle Paul right before they cut off his head. They just moved the money around. You just have this money. Let's move it around this way. We'll move that money over here. Move the money over this way. Yeah, Lucille Ball, yeah. Oh, yeah, there. She's not putting bananas in there. Just give her a show. That's not how life works. This is hard work. It's like 10,000 videos. You better like it, because I'm coming for you, buddy. Just because you got like billions of dollars, Seinfeld, you still can't control your women. You can't control them. They'll do what they want to do. They'll do whatever they want to do. Your $1 billion doesn't scare me. And doesn't scare the women that you try to put in bondage, right? With all your little tricks. We know what you're up to. All right? There's a PayPal in this. Do what you're told. Do I look like Apostle Paul? Do I look like Apostle Paul? No. I don't look like Apostle Paul, do I? Am I a product of Apostle Paul? No, I'm a product of the Irish and the English and the Apache Indian. These apartments are pretty cool. They're pretty cool little apartments, thanks. All right, let's go on this way. So I say like poetic weird stuff because I'm a pop culture poet or something. I don't know. I think the comedy store would be a lot of fun. Oh, wow, it just opened up like that. Kind of cool. I don't know, I just figured, you only live once. Why not follow your dream? There's really nothing else that you can do. I mean, you're gonna end up in front of a recliner watching old episodes of I Love Lucy, or even Seinfeld, which is even worse. You might as well just create your own show. There's really no other choice that I have. I have no other choice. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't take it. Or even if I did take that choice, I'd probably change it and go back to what I want to do, Right. People should stay out, I mean, why should people be part of anything, really? I mean, this whole nation's based on people, I mean, people leave little traces of things anyway, so you can always... Thanks! I know it's all bullcrap, it's all about everything. It's about people. Look, dozens of people. Let's go right this way. It's gonna go down this way and avoid the elevator altogether. Anyway, so I guess you gotta know that you're right, to really get it straight. We don't need to do that. It's funny on my vlog. This person right here. Actually, a person sitting there. It's really funny. One of my vlogs, the fire alarm went off in the middle of a delivery. I was like, oh my goodness, fire alarm. Everyone's got their little critical opinion. Thanks, my goodness. I'll move the camera exactly how I want to move the camera for the rest of my days, maybe. If someone wants to sign on, leave a comment. I might get a cinematographer. That way you can say, man, all I need to do is this one thing. Just leave a comment. And I will make you a symbol that looks like Black Star. David Bowie's Black Star album. Leave me a comment, I'll make you a star. Or I'll do this, leave me a comment, and I'll make you a really good cinematographer. Even better. All I gotta do is leave a comment, it goes right to my email. It's really great, look at this. They serve cocktails. Cocktails by the mill over here. They serve cocktails at an apartment complex. Where would you like your cocktail today? I'm sorry, what? Like, well, since you've sent us The end of the month check. You know what that means? Actors are scared to say the word rent. We'll give you a cocktail. There you go. I got your payment. Big end of the month check. And we'll send you a cocktail right to your apartment complex. How about that? Yeah, hey Seinfeld, send me a cocktail, and then I know we're good business. Just send it right to my doorstep, a little cocktail. But not like a... What are those? I never can think of the name of it. My God. They're the cocktail. That's how I try to find words. A cocktail. Malvel cocktail. You know, the good cocktails, you know. No, don't do that. Don't do that. If you do that, there'll be a problem. You know, like a Malvolve cocktail. You know what that means, though. Oh, wait, they're getting another message. You know, send me a cocktail. And I'll know that we're on good terms. You can send me a Cosmopolitan. Is that a cocktail? Or a Red Bull with vodka. Or no, a cranberry juice. Just send me a cranberry juice. Just send me the cranberry juice. I'll be okay. Just send me some type of juice. Give me a cranberry juice. I don't know. I'll tell you what. We'll go to Denny's and we'll sneak in liquor. And we'll spike our coffee. Just joking. In most cases, the actor is always better than the scenery. So the actor, in a lot of cases, is much better than the actual scenery. If you know that, then you'll be okay. This actually is really cool right up here. It's Lakeside movie theater right here. It's right on the corner of Long Prairie International, which is also a really good area. I'm gonna go see a movie theater. Adam the Woo vlogged a movie theater today, and I thought it was cool that the fact that they're gonna change this AMC movie theater into a movie theater that is going to have like live performances. Isn't that interesting? So we got movie theaters that have like little stages, like they used to. Get like a little piano player, like in the 20s. You know, like we go back 100 years. So all the films now are innocent, and you go back 100 years, and well, now we're in 2020, and you'll notice that there was more like live performances. So now we bring back the live performances before the movie show. So you have like a little stand-up before the movie starts, or the movie would require that. So you bring in an actor with the movie, and the actor does something, you know, and then they watch the movie. So you have more like live performances, because, you know, the movies are getting boring. Like all the movies completely suck nowadays. Like No Man Land won Best Picture. Like, what was that about? It was like watching a vlogger in a camper van. Not that I don't love Frances McDormand. She's had 3 Oscars, you know. But who knows? I mean, they got to do something, you know, because they're running out of time. Amazon bought everything. Now that is cool, right, cows? You know, it'd be cool if you had like an app that can control the woman. You know, it's kind of like you get this woman and you're like, listen, I'm going to download this app. Okay. So I got to install the app. So then you're like, let's see, put dinner down. Okay. And you put the dinner down, it goes to her, and all of a sudden she just starts making dinner. You know, it's like it really controls her. It becomes like a chip, you know. It's like put the chip in her head, and then, you know, and then like get the app going, you know. All right, it's time to return. Put the return button. She'll be here any minute. Just hit the return button on the app, and the woman just comes. It'd be wonderful. I would buy that app. I would go out and buy it and install it, and then I would, you know, place the chip there. I'd be like, oh, man, where is my lady? Oh, the app. And pick up the app, you know, hit the button, you know. All of a sudden, she's doing what she's told. Now, that would be an incredible app and a pricey phone. Very pricey. I always wondered what these Asian restaurants are exactly. This is Snowy Bingsu. So you have to think about it a little bit. We're going to Snowy Bingsu. Oh yeah, Snowy Bingsu. Shaved ice desert, boba, test smoothies. Like, who knows that? Only a sane person would know that. If you walked up to someone, hey, you want to go eat at Snowy Bingsu? Oh, Bingsu. I know what that means. well, what does it mean? You know, and there's like tons of them that have these names. But snowy kind of, you know, I guess it is ice desert with snow, with boba. And what exactly is the boba tea? Is it boba? I thought it's not bobo, but it's boba. It's like a bubble. What is that? Is it like a piece of chocolate? Some kind of, you know, maybe like frozen yogurt? What exactly is the boba? If you know, leave a comment. I want to know. Snowy bingsu. These names, these titles, they kill me. So it's actually a tea. So it's a boba tea. It's weird reading all that and thinking that tias is actually not a word, but teas, boba tea. So it's a tea. That's what it is. It's snowy bingsu. So we're in 2021, but everybody's become like completely logical Seinfeld freaks, you know? How dare them say 2020 when we're in 2021? You know, how dare them break the moment of logic and not say the correct year? Does he sit around and watch the news and go, oh my God, they got the date wrong. I'm going to throw the television out of the apartment. Or wherever the hell he lives. He probably lives in a mansion. Okay. Second take. I'm going to throw the television out of my mansion window. You know, my castle. You know, where my throne is. You know? A stand-up comedian with $1 billion? Only in America, man. That's disgusting. He should have like, I don't know, a few $100,000 in his account. He should be supporting a bunch of artists. It's disgusting. So I start things with so. So what? So what's wrong with that? So I start the sentence off with so. Is that wrong? Is there somewhere in the entertainment book, in the entertainment dictionary, says you never want to start a sentence off with the word so? So fucking what? The bell on the app for Food for Friends was like, bing, like really loud, scared the crap out of me. I thought it was like Seinfeld coming in and saying, you better stop it, kid. You know, did he get arrested for selling hot dogs? Or got a ticket from a police officer, him and his kids? They're selling hot dogs. I thought that was actually kind of cool. I mean, you got Bill Gates, who has, I don't know what, like $50 billion or more. And then you've got Mark Zuckerberg, who's probably up to $80 billion revenue. You know, you sit down with that guy, he talks like a robot. There's a real good chance that his wife is not going to leave him at all, you know. But you sit down with an Uber Eats driver, you know, they ain't doing so good, you know. So how's the wife and kids? Well, I work for Uber Eats. Well, what do you think? So I'm telling the Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg story, and this thing goes off right here, you know. I work for Uber Eats. What do you think I'm doing? You know, and this thing goes, you know, like, ding, ding, you know, reminder. All right, can you say that? Just for Adam the Woo, I don't want to be, you know, illogical for him. That is a sign for low gas right here. Right there, you know. And he's over there talking about Epcot Center, you know. So Epcot Center is a place that's been here for like a long time. This guy named Walt Disney did a lot of cocaine and invented this huge fair theme park. And he bought this airplane and flew over Disneyland on coke, you know, with binoculars. I mean, if anybody on this planet looks like a meth dealer, it's Mickey Mouse. He's got those gloves, you know. Oh, you want to buy some? Yeah, you want to buy some methamphetamine? Yeah, come to Walt Disney World. How does Mickey Mouse's voice do? That's like an incredible high voice. You gotta get some helium. You're like Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet. So I was gonna go and get a burrito at Fuzzy's taco shop, kind of the Breck roll thing, escaping the mouse kind of guy. The only thing is that this thing goes bing, and the other thing goes dang, dang, dang. And like, food for friends. And then I got all these insults for Seinfeld, which, don't get me wrong, I mean, Seinfeld obviously was a genius, okay? He came up with a very good plan. But it's time for us to move on. You know, there is something there, even though it's about nothing. There's always something. Look, a dam. We got this side over here. It says Texas. And that looks pretty too, you know? You do like a horror film in there. Like a Stephen King knockoff. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. You know that one Stephen King creep show segment where that muggy thing is in the pond and it jumps over and you know, it's like a blanket of moss. It's the thing in the pond. You know the name of it, but anyway, it's in Creepshow. Now we're going across the Must Vlog Bridge, is what I call it. There'll be a sign that says you must vlog the bridge. Actually, it's really quite scary to vlog this one. So we're just going to kind of do this. Gotta listen to the air. An episode of Jaws. So that right there is actually called an airplane. And that right there is the Gaylord. Ooh, I recalled it. The Gaylord Hotel. It's haunted. Every single room. There's a ghost. Every single room. Every single room. No, I don't know. It could be. I don't know. Feels haunted when you go in. But I used to take my family there. Christmas time. There. We'd go there and look at the ice sculptures. Actually, we never really looked at the ice sculptures. But my second wife got to. She's got a little Jewish blood in her. Well, kids, I just found out we're going to the Wolf Lounge. My favorite, the Gray Wolf Lounge, if you can't get any more pretentious. It's not what, we're not going, like going to the Wolf, oh, no, it's the Great Wolf. It's the Great Wolf Lodge, if that's even more pretentious. I thought it was the Gray Wolf Lodge. It's the Great Wolf Lodge. Now let me explain something. Oh man, I just be rich, you know. Just give me $1 million, everything will be fine. Okay, so that you know it's clear. So we're clear. We're in the clear. It's Great Wolf Lodge. Okay, I gotta lean over here because of Adam the Woo. I gotta lean over here, and you can't see it all, so I'm losing right now. But you can see Lodge. We're going to the Lodge, okay? So we're trying. We're trying to get the whole 8 hours of footage that you need. So it's Great Wolf Lodge. This is what it says behind the tree. That's what it looks like right there, okay? So just pretend like you could see the sign, and everything's clear, that we're headed to the Great Wolf Lodge to drop off a taco or ice cream or something. If you do the research, if you're that crazy and you know what I'm dropping off, because it's probably ice cream. I don't even really know if it has a banana in it. But we're going to the Great Wolf Lodge, and I'm going to be pulling up where all the wolves are howling. Arr! Because I write werewolf movies, okay? I'm the type of guy that writes werewolf movies, okay? I just do it. Don't ask why. It's nothing political. I just like werewolves sometimes. Sometimes I don't, and sometimes I do. And this looks like a place where a werewolf would be. I don't know.